So if you want to progress to more advanced movements in the movement training or animal flow, the first thing you must do is to learn the basics. Underswitch is one of the best beginner exercises because it's going to help you build a solid foundation towards going for more intermediate movements, which is going to be your stepping stone to more advanced skills. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can learn the underswitch regardless your fitness level by breaking it down in smaller steps. So starting on our beast stance, we initiate this movement by lifting opposite arm and leg at the same time while rotating our body. And then we land here and we either go for a crab bridge or we land the other hand on the ground and just stay in our crab stance. Or we just push for our table pose. And then in reverse, we just repeat the movement and we land here on our beast stance. Now let's break down this movement for you so you can learn it. Starting on our beast stance, the first thing you need to do is to squeeze your core and your glutes. And then just start by rotating your body. Just learn this small rotation. After you finish with this rotation, just repeat the rotation by lifting opposite arm and leg. And go back. And go back. Now, add more rotation to the movement, but stop halfway through. Stop here. At this point, what you need to know is that your heel, it works as a brake in the movement training. So when your other leg passes through the heel, you land your brake, so you can have more stability and control on the movement. So now just practice the half movement until you're gonna land your brake. Starting from your beast stance, rotate and land the brake. And don't complete the whole movement, just stop here and then go back. Land the brake. Land the brake. And now from there, practice the second part. Start in this side plank position and then complete the movement. Go back here and complete the movement. After learning this one, now combine it all together. Starting with your beast stance, I'm gonna go for a left switch now so you can see it in the other way. Rotate, land, stay here, and land the other hand. And here you are. One thing you need to pay attention is to constantly engaging and squeezing your core and abs. Even when you land in the crab stance, you still want to have engaged your abs and your core. Otherwise, all your weight is going to drop on your hands and it will make this exercise much more difficult than it actually is. So now in reverse, starting from our crab stance, you see, squeezing your core and your glute, even to just stay here. In the movement training, the most important muscle you need to have in mind is your core. It has to be constantly squeezed. Now in reverse, the cues here are simple. If we go, let's say, for a left switch, we imagine that our right foot is pressing a gas pedal, like that, you know, in the car. So by doing this, the result is that you lift your heel off the ground and engage your calf in the movement. And from here, you balance your weight on your toe bone as you rotate internally, and while you're at the halfway through, you land hand and leg at the same time. And you're back in your beast stance. So if you land on your hand and looks like that, that's completely fine, because if you reverse again the movement, you're going to have a solid crab stance. Also, underswitch doesn't have to be a complete 180 switch. It does have to be a little bit sideways. So here's a few do's and don'ts to have in mind while doing this exercise. Do squeeze your core as you're expecting someone to punch you in your abs, and also do squeeze your glutes constantly. And as for don'ts is don't drop your body when you complete the switch here on the crab, don't drop it down, and also don't drop your weight on your shoulder. What I mean by that is like, don't go like here, you see, and drop the shoulder. Control all the movement. you see my shoulder stays rigid. I don't overextend it here or go back there. You see, I'm not doing this one. My shoulder stays at the right position all the time. So the benefits of the underswitch, first one is a fantastic exercise for warm-up, because in one movement, you're almost working all your body. Like you're warming up your wrists, your shoulder joints, your core, and also your legs. And also it's a great exercise to progress in more intermediate and advanced movements. For example, the side kick throughs or even in more advanced patterns. So that was it for today. When you give this exercise a go, let me know in the comments below which part of it was more difficult for you. As always, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and also share it with a friend who just tries to get into movement practice and doesn't know where to start. Thank you so much for watching and see you in my next video.